Hi, and welcome back to Shauna at Sewwebbofyarn. I hope you enjoyed it last time. So I have welcome if there's any new viewers. Welcome back to anybody who's been watching. I hope I have some content that you like, and maybe you'll try some of the patterns I'm using. Who knows? So I have some knitting and crocheting, and I don't have any sewing because all I've been doing is patching pants. I did make some banana bread for a change, which I haven't done that for a very long time, so that was kind of fun. And as for the weather, it's kind of cloudy today, but right now it's around 5:30 and it's 33 degrees outside. So it's getting cold around here. Need warm stuff to wear. So I'm going to jump right into the knitting. And the first thing I have today is another pair of the Calypso fingerless mitts. Only I did something a little different with these. Oh, and yeah, I use size 7 double pointed needles. It takes 122 yards of worsted weight yarn. I used Red Heart in the amethyst colorway, which is a purple. It's really pretty dark purple, but it's really pretty. And if you'll notice on the pattern, the cuff here, so on the ones I made, I did the cuff a little bit longer, but they're both done, and I need to get them gone because they are actually a gift. So for a friend of mine, she has rheumatoid arthritis, and I thought maybe that would help her around the house. I don't know. I don't have arthritis, so I guess I'm just hoping it will help her. But you can't tell, but they're actually purple. They really are purple. And maybe I can insert a picture because I think I've figured out how to do that. So and the next item I have are, well, I've still been kind of working on my, it's my Reina shawl. There we go. And it's by Nora Backlund. It's actually a really pretty shawl. So, and I was going to put it on bigger needles, but I haven't done that yet. So it's still kind of a little hard to show. But I have only done a little bit of the lace. And it's kind of hard to see the rest of the lace because of the background there. But it's actually really pretty. And I am using a mandala cake in the colorway Genie. And I've used about that much. And I should be going into the gray soon. Right now it's kind of a mint green and white, kind of a bit of a faded to white and mint green. And I'm using, it calls for size US 4 needles, but because I wanted it a little more lacy, I'm using size 6. And I think it's working out great. The only thing, the mandala cake, I ran into a knot. I haven't used one before, so I don't know if this is normal, but I kind of just knit it right in, which I don't know if that was a good idea. I probably should have cut it and tied it so I had a little more to sew in. But I went back and checked it, and I'm hoping it's going to be okay. I may have to go back and fix that. Hopefully not. But the next item I've been working on, and it's my Smoochie Monster Pants. And they are by, I don't remember. I know her name's on here, I think, somewhere. Well, I thought her name was on here somewhere. I guess not. There will be a link on my blog to the pattern, and all my show notes will be on my blog with links to a bunch of stuff plus some fun stuff I found that you might like. I don't know. I liked it. Maybe you won't. You can try it. But anyway, so this is my Smoochie Monster Pants. So that's the front, and they go all the way down there, and there is my seam where I need to kind of tighten it or do some stuff with it and work with it a little bit. But the seam on both of them where I joined the yarn, my stripes are matching pretty good. Anyway, they're not too bad. They're finished. I got to sew in ends. However, this is the back, and if you notice, I still got to sew the face on, the little monster face. And she tells you to use a thicker yarn than what you knit the pattern with. And so on these, I used, let's see. Oh, and she gives you a chart to do the face with. So I used, it comes in 3 different sizes, so there's 6 to 12 months, 1 to 2 years, and 3 to 4 years. And I think I did the 3 to 4, yeah, I did, the 3 to 4 years. And I used Red Heart yarn, and I don't know what the colorways are. I know soft navy is the darker color, and then there's the orange and the bright green. And I don't see, where she says what size needles. I'm pretty sure I used a size 6 or 7 needles on these because I don't have a lot of DPNs, double points, so I know I have size 6 and 7, so that I used one of those 2 sizes with the needles. But she says on the face to use a bulkier yarn, so I dug out this old yarn I have. I don't think you can get it anymore. I couldn't find it, but it's a super bulky, and you can see it's a 6, Red Heart Baby Clouds. And if you can see, it's kind of a bumpy, fluffy yarn. And I have never used this for anything, so I'm going to use it for the face on the Monster Pants. But the one thing I did notice about the pattern, that if I make it again, that I will do different. If you notice, the crotch, the crotch depth from up here where my hand is down to where the crotch actually separates, it seems a little bit long, so I would probably cut off at least maybe an inch or so here, so I could still have my face back here, and maybe cut down a little bit, maybe another inch down here, just to shorten it through the crotch depth a little bit, because I think that would be better, because I don't think any of my grandkids have very long crotch depth on any of them. So that's one thing I would do, is watch that and shorten it a little bit more. so that it would fit them a little better. I still have to do, if you notice the little holes there, it calls for an I-cord. So I'm still going to do my I-cord, and I'm going to do that in the soft navy. And then get my face sewn on, and I'll show you when they're done. That will be fun. So the next thing I have is this hat that I started, and I've made this once before. It's actually been a really long time. So it's the hat right there, and I can't send you to a link to the pattern because it's this little book here, but it has a lot of other designs in it. So there's a scarf, and these are all crochet patterns. There's more on the back. There we go. And there's more inside. There's just a lot of fun little crochet patterns in here. This one is a hat and a cowl. A lot of these patterns are either bulky weight or you hold two threads together to do them. Not all of them, but just some of them. And there's this hat, which I think I would like to make that. And then here's another set with kind of a slouchy hat and a thicker scarf. And like I said, these are all crochet. Let's see. Yeah, there's just a few more. Some really nice scarves and hats in here. And then in the back it gives you general instructions. It talks about different yarns and different size crochet hooks and projects for different people. It gives you some basic instructions back here on how to do stuff and how to count stuff, and just basic crochet stitches in the back, just to give you a better idea if you don't crochet. It has a list of yarns that are used in the book, but this is the one that I'm making, and this one requires you to use 2 worsted weight strands held together. So I am using, so this is what I've done so far, and I just marked the center there, but I'm using Red Heart flecked yarn in the Erin colorway, and then this is just a brown I had, but I don't have the ball band anymore, so I don't know what it is, but I know it's Red Heart because I have a lot of Red Heart yarn. So, but I thought that would be a really cute little winter hat. I don't know if it'll be for me or if it'll be a gift, but like I said, I've made it once before and it actually turns out really nice, and I think it's just a cute little pattern. So I didn't have a very much I got done. I did some more work on my two-sided afghan, but not enough to make a difference. And I've done a bunch more of these, which I've got to get up on my website, the scrunchies, and they're out of the 100% cotton size 10 crochet thread, and I'm going to put them up as sets, and I've had a little bit of a problem getting my tags printed out, but I will try to get that done this week and get them up sometime. So I don't have a lot for you today, but I do have that. I wanted to say hi to Shelly. She's one of my friends. She doesn't knit or crochet, but she watches my videos, so I really like that she does that. She's a good friend. And I found some new podcasts that I've been watching, Crafty Floridian. She seems to do a lot of work for charity, and I know people send her hats all the time, crocheted hats, maybe knitted hats, I don't know. I haven't watched her enough. And I know she's doing a red, white, and blue afghan where people are sending here these little squares that look to be about 5 or 6 inches, and they're red, white, and blue. And then Alaska Crafty Gal, I started watching her. And Crafternoon Treats, I've watched her off and on for a while, but I found her again. And I like watching her. She has a lot of interesting things to say. And then regular podcasts I watch are Smells Like Yarn with Ross, Ellie at Craft House Magic, Crystal at Bag O' Day. I'm on Instagram at Sewwebbofyarn. But all my links to where you'll find me will be in my show notes, or down below there will be a link to my blog where my show notes are. And for those of you who were wondering, my dog did pass away. He'd been sick off and on for about 2 months, and we had to put him in diapers the last little bit, and I had to give him some nausea shots for about a week. We found that he had this tumor. It was about this big, and he was a little dog, and he wouldn't have withstood the surgery, so we didn't try doing surgery on him. And his breathing got really bad, and I called the vet, and I had to take him in and have him put down. So that was kind of really sad. But anyway, that's all I have for today, and I will insert some random pictures at the end if I can. So thanks, and thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.